Why do exes rebound? That's what this video is about. But first, my name is Clay with modernlove.life, where we help you get the great loving relationship that you're looking for without having to play mind games, without having to play hard to get, and without having to pretend to be someone or something that you are not, because you, of course, deserve to be loved for the unique, amazing, and wonderful person that you are. And if you agree with me, help a guy out with his YouTube channel. Help spread the word to other people by making this video more findable on YouTube, by hitting that thumbs up button and by subscribing to the channel and by leaving a comment down below and, all the good stuff, hitting all the buttons down below. Interaction helps tell YouTube that this is a cool video, and it helps to lift it up in the YouTube algorithm. So help a guy out, hit the buttons, all that stuff. Yeah, what we're talking about in this video is why exes rebound. I've been helping people out with relationships and breakups since 2009, and I have noticed that there does seem to be an increase in the number of rebound relationships that seem to be happening. People break up and they're more likely to get into a new rebound relationship with someone else. So why exactly is this happening? Well, first of all, I think that a lot of it is due to emotional unavailability, okay? Now, pretty much most people are going to be emotionally unavailable immediately following a breakup. Whether that's temporary emotional unavailability or long-term emotional unavailability is a little bit of a conversation for another video, but let's just say that pretty much everyone is emotionally unavailable for a period of time after a breakup. So why does this happen? This happens because obviously a breakup is an emotionally intense experience that people go through. You're in a relationship and then you're not in a relationship. It doesn't matter whether it was your choice to leave the relationship or whether it was someone else's choice to leave the relationship. It's still an emotionally taxing and emotionally demanding and emotionally challenging experience to go through. And as the result of that, you have to go through a process of healing and looking at your emotions in order to really kind of work through them and get to the point where you can have a genuine, authentic relationship with someone else that isn't just a reaction to the previous relationship. Now, in my opinion, this is becoming harder these days because of certain things that most of us have. And the reason for that is because these phones that we have with us, they encourage us to turn away from the present moment and towards technology. Basically, they're conditioning us to turn away from the present moment when we feel an intense emotion, whether that's, anything, even something as mundane as like being bored while we're waiting for something to happen, to wait for our bus or our train to arrive, or wait for some appointment, or wait for a Zoom meeting to start or something like that. We're like, oh, let me just, check and see what's happening on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or something like that, or YouTube. We're being conditioned to turn away from the present moment because we're not sitting with that discomfort. We're not sitting with that feeling, whatever it is, of like, oh, hey, I just have a few minutes. Let me just see what's happening. And that's spilling over into bigger issues like breakups, like, hey, so-and-so and me aren't on good terms. They're upset with me, or I'm upset with them. And instead of dealing with it, instead of cleaning it up, we just look the other way and escape into some sort of easy distraction, whether that is social media, whether that is a rebound relationship, or whether that's something else. And so in my opinion, there is an escalation in rebound relationships because as social media and smartphone use becomes more accelerated, people are conditioning themselves to disengage from the present moment, which of course is having all sorts of disastrous results in relationships in all sorts of ways. That, of course, is also a conversation for another video. But when it comes to rebound relationships, this is why I believe this is happening more often. And what this means is that, I do believe that the emotionally unavailable period for coming out of a relationship, of a breakup, is getting longer for people because they are distracting themselves more. They are turning away from the present moment. They are turning away from their genuine feelings and distracting themselves more. It's not just a matter of like, oh, hey, let's watch some, goofy cat videos or something, but it's like, okay, what could I be distracted by? Well, I could be distracted from how I actually feel by paying attention to stupid, pointless things like how long it takes my ex to respond to something. Or I could be distracted by, oh my goodness, my ex unfollowed me on this social media app. Never mind the fact that the social media app wasn't even there or didn't even exist when we got together, but they unfollowed me from this thing. They unfollowed me from a website on the internet, even though we actually just had a really great conversation the other day. Or all of these other sorts of things that pull us out of the present moment. Whether it's social media, whether it's who's initiating contact with who, whether it's how long it's been since somebody replied or how long it takes them to reply, whether it's sports, whether it's TV shows, whether it's all of these other things that are constantly pulling our attention out of the present moment and not giving us the opportunity to actually sit with our feelings. They condition us to turn away from the present moment, to deny the present moment, to push it away, and to look for some sort of distraction. In many cases, a rebound relationship fits that bill very easily. So in a lot of ways, we are being conditioned to turn away from the present moment. We're being conditioned to deny our feelings. And we're being conditioned to actually invite rebound relationships into our lives. And that includes your ex. So, why do dumpers rebound? It's because they're being conditioned to do that. Obviously, there's also other reasons that they could be rebounding as well too. But if you to look at the core underlying reason, is because they're not willing to actually sit with their emotions. They're not willing to actually feel through their emotions. They're not actually willing to experience their emotions in a full way. They're trying to turn away from them. They're trying to look at the next bright, shiny object, and they are oftentimes doing themselves more damage than good in the long run. And this goes for, anyone, not just dumpers, but anyone who's, going through a breakup or anyone who's going through any sort of human experience, whether that's a breakup or whether that's some sort of other setback in life, or whether that's just, you going through your day and just not being able or willing to just sit in quiet and look out at the present moment and experience it, whether that's, just watching a sunset, whether that's watching a bird fly through the sky, whether that's being there with someone else and just connecting with them, whether that's being honest with someone and telling someone the truth, or anything else. If you can be in the present moment, if you can actually be okay with that and actually handle that emotional intensity, then you're much less likely to end up in a rebound relationship and much more likely to end up in a genuine, real, authentic, high-quality relationship. If getting yourself able to actually handle that emotional intensity, sever the ties of the past, and being able to, put yourself in an emotionally available place where you can actually create a great, wonderful, amazing relationship is something that you want to experience. We do have our course called Emotional Freedom. It used to be called the Compatibility Code, but it's now called Emotional Freedom. You can find that down in the description box below this video. Feel free to check it out. If it's a good fit for you, you're more than welcome to sign up. If it's not a good fit for you, no worries, but it's down there. And if you did like this video, and if you do want to help a guy out with his YouTube channel, hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. What do you think? Has smartphone use, has social media use been a positive aspect to our interpersonal relationships, or has it held us back in some way? Leave a comment down below, let me know. And if you do want to learn a little bit more about rebound relationships, we do, of course, have our video playlist on rebound relationships. It's right over here, or you can check out this video right here. But once again, thanks so much. Please take care, and I'll talk to you in the next video.